Vita. White sister. Ta Vita. I'm a trouble.
Welcome to the realms of the unknown. Black and white intercourse. When I first embarked on this project a couple of months back, a friend, Becky, sometimes I wonder whether I can call him a friend, said to me, I'm crazy, wasting my time. I would never get white people in that white capital cage to interact with black people in the black cage. His motivation is that it's in our veins not to integrate. We cannot be equal. Even if we come into the township, we are still the white superior, and we behave like it. We always want to take control. It confuses me when I'm talking to him because I don't know to what extent I can get his support for what I'm doing without assuming control. I haven't even attempted to interview Becky on camera. He calls himself the voice of the voiceless. Maybe he would frighten most South Africans, black and white, when you listen to him. I have not yet heard a black man talking with so much confidence and authority around black and white relations. Yeah, I will tell you though that I ignored or wasn't exposed to Steve Biko and other black South African leaders, black consciousness leaders. But when you listen to Becky, although he sounds frightening, there's no hate. There's a balance between black and white. There's a great respect for Joe Slover and other white activists and their contribution towards tempering anti-white feelings that existed during the struggle time. Becky will tell me that my white brothers would never appreciate what took place, the impact of what that involvement had. And believe it or not, the impact that the Russians and the Cubans had when we had white people dishing out AK-47s and R1s with training to the black comrades. All of a sudden, it wasn't a black and white war, it was a war against the apartheid system only. And that contributes largely today towards the tempered relationship that exists in our country. The do you love white question is uppermost in this white mind that is busy changing. July 2009, Timbakosi, a granddaughter of a good friend of mine, Isaac Khalele, while I'm trying to get her to get a couple of young, unemployed black children to come and listen to the life skills courses that I want to give. We've tried for 5 weeks unsuccessfully. Eventually she says, Cedric, they won't come. And I say, but why not? She says, because they don't want to listen to Malungu. I said, tell me, just ask them to give me 10 minutes of their time. Then if they walk out, I'm happy. She says, Cedric, they won't come. I said, but why not? She says, Cedric, don't you know that all black youth hate whites? I think Grandfather Isaac was more shocked than me. Maybe he couldn't believe that she would say that to his Malungu friend. What flashed to my mind was every time I drove past a group of young black children on the street corner in the townships, they'd glare, what are you doing here? They all seemed to try and give the most aggressive glare. After a while it didn't worry me, because when I started to get closer to them and talk to them, if I got out the car and approached them, they were nice to me. And I assumed all they wanted was my interaction. At that stage I wasn't aware of the let's pretend. But those eyes and the looks had no pretense over the past couple of years. Becky, as much as what he tells me I won't succeed, does acknowledge that one of the most important things we need in this country is to bring the white brothers home. He believes that although we've been here for 358 years, we have not yet found our home. And what we need to do is create the environment where the white brothers, after 358 years, can in fact come home and find their home. Stay with me for the rest of the presentation, and let's see if we can find ourselves a home, not just for ourselves, but a heritage, a legacy, a South African legacy for our children, our white children and our black children, our children.
Emhlabeni kamasipala